Hello everyone. Today we are here with ZombiegirlNighttales.
Hello.
Is there anything you would like to say before we get started?
I'm just super excited and a little bit nervous at the same time.
Well, we actually have a lot of questions for you. And so we'll go ahead and start with the narrator question. Why did you start narrating?
That's actually a quite funny story. When I was looking around on the internet and I found this really cool video game, Jeff the Killer's video game, and I was super curious of who this character was because at the time I didn't know what his name was. So I started looking around and I found his story and I got super interested in it. And then I found Mr. Creepypasta's narrating of the story, and I was like, wow, this seems really fun and cool, and at that time I was like, I wasn't thinking about fame or nothing. I really just wanted to make friends and do some cool stories because I was like into horror, and I still am. So that basically got me into creepypastas and narrating.
You actually went quite a while without narrating anything. Why did you stop narrating?
The first time I got extremely sick and I couldn't use my voice, and I was supposed to start last year, and then something happened in the family, and I was like, I'd rather not do it because it was just like a lot of emotional baggage, and I wouldn't be in the state of mind for doing the creepypasta stories like I am now.
How is your channel restart going so far?
It's doing pretty good. I have really great friends, and everyone's sending me their, like Bat Freeze's story and Silent Wolf. They're extremely nice, and I'm so happy to meet them, and it's doing really good.
Do you have any plans for your channel?
I do. I'm hopefully making a secondary channel, and hopefully I'll do some future creepypasta stories that have more than one person in them. I'm sorry, other people with them, and hopefully I can get started on a comic that I want to start doing. Uh, Hopefully in the near future.
How did you come up with your channel name?
That's quite funny. I don't want to put anything with creepy or pasta in it because that's all those names been taken. And then I was like, wait a minute, I like zombies. Like I rather put something like that, and I'm still a huge fan of zombies, so I just came up with her, and at that time I was like, talking zombie. Like she doesn't just groan and moan about. She talks. She's very intelligent, and she reads really good literature. So that's how she came to be. And the name for Night Tales came about because I wanted to do more than just creepy pastas. I wanted to do like urban legends and ghost stories you tell around in the ghost fire. I mean, campfire, sorry. Um, that's pretty much it for her. I mean, for, Zombie Girl.
Well, the next question was, how did your persona come to be? Is there anything you would like to add on that?
Um, uh, uh, it's quite funny. When I created her, I was thinking about, because my favorite time period's actually the Victorian age, the 1800s, and I love that era. And I was thinking she would be perfect for that era. And so I kind of like wanted to make her very classy. She's actually an actress who died in the Victorian age and was brought back by witches. Um, I'm still kind of developing her to this day, but she loves perform and she especially loves storytelling. She's very bubbly, very kind, and she's very polite. She just like I said, she doesn't go around like eat brains. Like, nope. She's gonna tap on your shoulder like, sir, I'm so sorry, but I have to eat you.
Mm-hmm.
um, she, and she's also when she tells a story, she puts a lot of life to it. She tries her best to make it sound like it's coming to life. And that's pretty much it for her.
How has narrating changed you?
It has changed me a lot. I I used to not have very much confidence, and when I started narrating, I just liked the fact that people were like saying, you're doing a great job, and it's like it made me feel warm inside because I used to be bullied a lot at school, so I was like, oh no, it's like I hope this goes well for me. And also I made some lovely friends, and I wouldn't trade them for the world.
How?
And huh?
Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, that was it.
Okay. How has narrating changed your life?
I think I just answered that question.
Okay. What creepypasta do you want to narrate, but are having trouble doing so?
I think I'm having a little hard time with Bat Freeze's story, The Darkness Overtakes You. Just a little hard time with it right now. But I'll get through it.
Okay. Which creepypasta do you want to narrate, but are having trouble doing so?
Cabot?
Yeah, is there too much background sound?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
You just asked me that question again. It's like,
Did I?
yeah,
I am
it's okay.
so sorry. Okay. Okay. I think I'm good now. Okay. Which creepypasta has made an impact on your life?
Probably Jeff the Killer. It has made a really big impact on my life because, in some ways, Jeff and me have like something in common. We were both bullied, and why he has like this connection with his brother was like the same connection I had with my mom, and the sacrifices they made for us. It's kind of weird that I'm comparing myself to a serial killer, but it's just I somehow know how he feels. Like his brother sacrifices himself to save him from going to prison. Like my mom had to do things to make sure I stayed safe and such. And especially the bullying part. I was bullied really bad in my early years of school. It was not fun. So I kind of really connect myself with Jeff the Killer.
Which creepypasta will you not narrate?
Oh, there's some of them I cannot narrate at all because they're just extremely disturbing. Especially ones that involve like I'm trying to think of the word here. Like with pedophiles, it's like, because I have come across like maybe 3 stories that involve pedophiles, and it's like I will not do that story. Those are the kind of stories that bother me very much.
The next set of questions are for you as a artist. When did you become interested in art?
Oh gosh, the moment I could pick up a pen and pencil and start, I mean pen and paper, since I was like, probably 4 or 5 years old. I was like doing doodles and stick people.
What kind of art do you produce?
um, I mostly do like photography and some drawings. Most of my drawings are just things I just randomly like. I have like this one. I call her Spider Queen, and she has this little spider that hangs on her crown, and it says, "I love mommy." It's just so cute. It's like she has this seductive pose, but there's this little spider saying, "I love mommy." uh, I, I do a lot of things I quite enjoy, and hopefully I'll start doing more art work. And I drew Zombie Girl, so I was using a different picture, but I love any art, so when I first found my picture for my channel for a temporary time, I was like, oh, this would be awesome, but I know it's like people would get so confused that if I kept that artwork, people are gonna ask me, is that mine? It's like I would have to tell them like no, because I am very honest.
What medium and equipment do you use for your artwork?
I mostly use my camera and sketchbooks and pencils. Uh, Hopefully in the future I'll have some other equipment so I can do more special drawings on the computer. But right now I just have my trusty sketchbook and art pencils that I have, and my camera.
Where do you get your inspiration?
Practically everything. The Spider Queen just popped in my head, and many other art pieces that I have, they just popped in my head. I get a lot of inspiration from people all the way to the simplest of stuff. It's quite strange, and sometimes if I'm not paying attention, my brain's just like it. I just naturally draw things on my own.
Are there any artists that influence your work?
Oh man, I love Vincent van Gogh and his beautiful painting Starry Night. That is something I enjoy from his work, and probably Leonardo da Vinci, because I love his artwork of the Mona Lisa, and many other artists too, and some that are on DeviantArt I very much love. A lot of people are very talented on DeviantArt, and it's just great. What?
How has art changed you and your life?
Um, Art has changed me a lot, especially when I was going through a lot of my depression. Art really got me through those times. It was kind of like my bridge to be safely going across hardened times. So if I wasn't like doing homework, I was most likely drawing to keep myself, in a happier state. Because when I draw, I'm not in the same place. I'm somewhere else, and I'm just happier. So art has changed a lot of my life.
What art project are you currently working on?
I'm not working on any artwork right now, but hopefully in the future I'll be starting to draw more, and hopefully I'll get some new equipment for to draw on the computer, and eventually start doing comics as well, because I have 2 of them I want to do.
I have a few miscellaneous questions for you.
Yes.
Would you like to tell us about the creepypasta you are currently writing?
Of course. The creepypasta I'm currently trying to write is actually about a girl that gets bitten or scratched by a werewolf, and she's kind of having a hard time trying to fight it, and she's basically not living in a happy home. She lives in a very broken home, so her parents constantly fight. They always do something that stresses her out real bad. And at this point, she's just like, like, forget it. She practically eats her parents, but in the end, she ends up finding her own pack, and hopefully, I can have people join in that story when it's finished.
For those who don't know, you are actually deaf. How did you become deaf?
I was actually born deaf. It took them 4.5 years to find out I was deaf. I had to go through many doctors for that through that period, and it took the psychiatrist to figure out that I was deaf. But after they found out, I was taken to one of the hospitals where I used to live in Texas, and they did brain scans and other things, and that's when they found out I had actually had brainstem damage and short-term memory loss, and also I was deaf as well. So, but the part where I was deaf, they were able to fix because they found out that I had fluid trapped in them. So only thing I was actually hearing was bubbling noises or water noises. So every time someone was talking, they were talking normal, but to me they were gurgling noises. So they had to drain out my ears and put these special plugs in them. I had to go for a second surgery because they popped out, and they had to put them back in. But I am very sensitive to certain noises, though.
Okay. I have one final question for you. What is a fun fact about yourself?
A fun fact about myself is I have no filter for my honesty. So I cannot tell a lie. I'm a terrible liar. And I'm a very calm and cool person, and if you have a problem, you can come to me at any time, and I don't mind helping you.
Is there anything you would like to say before we wrap this up?
Yeah, when they found out I was deaf and stuff, and it took them that long to find out, and it doesn't help when you have brainstem damage. So I have a hard time remembering things or absorbing certain uh, uh, learning. I have like learning problems. So sometimes my reading isn't all that good, but it has gotten better over the years. So I can actually read pretty good now. But I do have to look up on sites to say how that word is pronounced and such, but it's doing a lot better than it was before.
Well, for anybody who has not checked out Zombie Girl's channel, make sure you go and check out and subscribe and comment and like. And also, linked below is her DeviantArt page, so make sure you go check that out too. And that is it for now. So we will talk to you all later. So bye, everybody.
Bye!